Freepik Spaces is an AI tool everybody is talking about right now, and that is for a good reason. These AI workflow builders have changed content creation forever. Instead of using those discontinuous chat-based AI generators that will give you inconsistent results, here everything takes place in one smoothly flowing workflow. This gives you cheaper, faster, more accurate, and much more consistent results. Many creators I've talked to have found a lot of success with tools like this already. So in this video, I will show you what Freepik Spaces is and what it does and what it does not do. I've also left my favorite workflows in the description of this video so that you can just clone those and start to mess around with them. But now let's get started with the video. So Freepik Spaces is a node-based AI workflow builder, and that basically means that this tool allows you to build these scalable content workflows. So instead of sending one prompt in to get one result out and then turn that result into something else in another window or other subscription, you get everything in one canvas smoothly like this. And it's not just one image, but you can, for example, wire it in a way to create 100 on-brand images. So just to give you an example, the other day I replaced my photo shoots with this AI headshot generator workflow. So all I need to do is enter a selfie into this view and it will give me 20 plus images that I can use here right in this same workflow. And now if I wanted, for example, to do the same with my colleagues or my friends or whoever, they'll just need to enter a selfie over here and I will run this entire workflow and get different results. So this one right here, for example, is almost like an app that I have built. And this just makes it so much easier. For example, if you consider OpenArt or Higgsfield AI, there you'll need to choose a model from the list, then enter a prompt, then hit create, then you'll get a result. You'll need to download the result. Then you need to go to another tab to, for example, turn that into a video, choose the video model over here. Then you'll need to drag and drop the image over here. Then you'll need to use a prompt and hit create. Basically, this is a discontinuous, inconsistent process that will never get you any scalable results whatsoever. If you just want to do it once, if you just want to create an image or two, or if you want to create a video or two, don't get me wrong, Higgsfield AI or, for example, OpenArt is a wonderful platform for that. But if you want to treat this like a business, if you actually want to do this at scale, if you actually want to get consistent, realistic, accurate results, then Freepik Spaces is a must. And now let me show you how easy it is actually to use at its core. So to access Spaces in Freepik, all you need to do is just sign up and click on Spaces here on the left-hand side and click on New Space. And for example, let's start with a simple example where I'm doing the exact same thing I was describing over here, where we needed all these different models and windows and subscriptions. Now let's do it in one canvas. So let's say we want to create an image of a cat and then turn that into a video of that same cat. So here on the left-hand side, you see this node selector. So you can click on Add Node, and as the first step, we're going to add a text node over here. Now, if you click on it and press F, it will zoom in nicely like this. Now, let's say something like, create an image of a cat swimming in a lake. And now, since this is no longer a chat-based editor where you send messages to the AI, what you need to do here instead is connect this to an image generator node. So that is basically the only difference to these traditional models. So here we're going to choose another node. Let's choose image generator. And then I will click on the text prompt and I will connect the text part of the prompt into this image generator's text port. And now all I need to do is choose the model. For example, we can do Nano Banana 2. Since it's the new model, it's fast and very good. We can do, let's do 16:9 aspect ratio, and let's do, just to save some time, let's do 1K resolution, and let's click Run Unlimited. And there we go. And now, instead of going anywhere, instead of having to subscribe to another plan, or instead of having to switch windows or projects, if we want to turn this now into a video, all we need to do is choose a node again, and this time let's choose video generator. And now this video generator accepts a start and an end image as the input. And since we only have this one, let's set it as the starting photo for this video. So the video will start from this exact scene. And we can just tell it to create a video of a cat swimming in a lake. And once again, we can choose the model over here, but it also allows us to run on the auto mode. So let's actually just do that. And let's create a short one just to save me some time. There is our result. I can't help but laugh because it looks so funny, but nonetheless the point here is that this is how easy it is to build these workflows. And obviously, I'm still saying that if this is all you literally need, then you could have just used OpenArt because this is much easier. You don't need to worry about these nodes or any logic or anything like that. But that is not the point. This is the most basic way to use it. But now let me show you how powerful this node builder actually is. So if we now wanted to create a similar image and a video of a dog, all we literally need to do is go here where it says create an image of a cat swimming, and we'll just replace it with a dog swimming. And obviously because we used this prompt over here, we will also need to change that as well. But what I'm going to show you later in this video is that you can also wire these prompts in such a way that you only need to change the input once in one place to get, for example, 100 different results that look the exact same as the previous generations, but this time with a different object. Anyways, what we can do then is I will choose this whole thing and I will hit Command-Shift-Enter, and it will run the whole process from this image all the way to the video from scratch. And here is our result. So as you can see, only things we needed to do was to change this animal to a dog, and we could run this whole thing from scratch and we'd get an entirely different result in the same fashion as the previous one. So that showcases the power in a tool like this. So we will never need to escape this one workflow. We'll just work over here and we can change inputs to get similar but different results for our outputs. And now before I show you a concrete example of an ad generator workflow that I am running, let me actually briefly show you one of the most important node types here, which is basically the node that kind of makes this app as great as it is. And that is, of course, the list node over here. So let's remove this stuff from here. And to use the list node, I'm also going to need an assistant node, which is essentially a ChatGPT node. So let's drag and drop one in over here. And now what I will do is I will tell this AI to list 20 most common animals. Then we can use the ChatGPT mini model and we can export this as a list. And now I will hit run, and as you can see, it costs 0 credits. And now here is a list of the most common animals in the world. And now this one is a list node. So now we just used basically ChatGPT to create one, but we could have also dragged and dropped one in over here. And we can, for example, add text and say something like a dog. Then we can accept it, then add other items such as cat, and then we will just compile the list like that. Now I will get rid of that because I will show you what is the power here. So now, if I want to create an image of each and every single one of these animals in this list, all I literally need to do is I will just drag and drop this result, that is the list of animals, over here, and I can choose image generator. And then we can, for example, choose the Nano Banana 2 model, and then I will just hit run. And as you can see, as soon as we hit run, it will start to create photos of each animal in this list. And there we go. Here we have an image of each animal. And quite literally, this only took 30 seconds for me to do. Now let's go back to the earlier example that I mentioned where I built this AI headshot generator, because there we will actually see this list node in action. And by the way, you will find links to all these workflows that I'm sharing here in the description of the video. So just an example, here I have first dragged and dropped an image of myself into the view. Then I have used the assistant node to create a list of 20 most common environments for a professional headshot and describe those in a couple of words. And as a result, very similar to what we did with the animals, we got a list of these scenes. Then all I did was I connected my photo and the list of scenes into an AI image generator. So I connected the list to the text port and the image to the image reference port. And then I just told it to adapt the style of the list of scenes from the original image base image and do not change facial features or anything. And then as a result, I got this list of reusable AI headshots that I can, for example, use in my WhatsApp or LinkedIn or basically whenever. And here I have even chosen my favorite one out of the bunch. Also, one thing that is super useful that I kind of already showed you here is that you can tag these elements like this. So if you use the @ symbol, you can actually refer to objects here. So for example, this list over here, I called it the list of scenes. So here, if I go to this prompt box over here on the right hand side, you can see that I say adapt the headshot style of list of scenes from the original image, base image. And as you can guess, this one is called base image. So that is also super neat. You can let the AI know exactly to which element you're referencing. And now if I, for example, wanted to create a similar set of selfies or headshots to my friends, all I need to do is just replace this photo with their image and then hit run for this entire thing. And also one thing that is super cool about Freepik Spaces is that it allows you to do live collaborations with your team members. So just an example, if you wanted to invite a collaborator over here, all you need to do is click on share and click on can edit and click on copy invite link and send it over, and your team member would be able to join. And as you can see, they can leave all sorts of comments over here. So you can do that. You can also leave some sticky notes if you want to. And it is very powerful and practical. And also you can edit simultaneously with your entire team. So that makes the collaborations so much easier. But then let's talk about the pricing of Freepik Spaces. And I actually think the best way to demonstrate this is just by showing a real life example. So let's go to Spaces and create a new space. And let's drag and drop a video generator because these are the most expensive nodes out there. Then let's say we want to use the Google VEO 3.1 model. And then let's say we want to create a 4K resolution and we'll do 8 seconds. So this is basically the most expensive operation you can imagine. At least I can't think of anything that would be much more expensive than this as a singular operation. And let's give it a prompt and activate the sounds. And here it says that this costs 4,160 credits. And now let's see. So if we go here to the Premium Plus plan, which is the one that I'm running right now, this is roughly $40. What you'll get is 45,000 credits. Now, if you want to create videos like this with all the bells and whistles, so you have the longest duration, the highest quality, sounds, the most expensive model or one of the most expensive models, that will be almost 10% of all your credits. So this video is literally like $3.50, almost $4 for just one video. So yes, that can get very, very expensive if you're just messing around with it. And if you have, for example, a workflow where you want to create 100 videos, it can easily cost you hundreds of dollars just for a single run. Of course, this tool is going to warn you if you're going to run something expensive, but still, that is good to keep in mind. So it's going to be expensive, but I have something worth sharing. And it is the fact that on this Premium Plus and Pro accounts, you will actually get unlimited image generations. There is no trickery or foolery in this one. If we actually go over here, and we'll drag and drop an image generator node over here. And if we choose, for example, the Nana Banana 2 model, and we choose the 2K resolution, and we tell it to create an image of a cat, you can actually see that it says run unlimited. So you can literally run this model for free as many times as you want. And I absolutely love this because basically creating images is a part of every single workflow you will ever create. So before you turn something into a video, you want to specify the starting frame and the ending frame. And now you have an option to do that for entirely free with an unlimited number of runs. And yes, this unlimited says that you have 1000 fast creations, but you still have an unlimited number of slower creations. So now this is pretty quick. This goes in like 30 seconds or so, 1 minute or so. If you do that 1000 times a month, then it will be a bit slower. But that's literally the only limitation. So you will literally be able to create as many images as you want to using Freepik Spaces. And this is such a great feature. I don't know any other tool that would have something like this. This lifts it way above other similar workflow builders. I think this is one of my favorites here in Freepik Spaces, and I hope they keep it like this. So when it comes to Freepik Spaces, I love how easy it is to use. I know some of these workflows might seem a bit intimidating because you have all these different types of nodes. For example, this AI UGC ad generator workflow that I built might look a bit terrible if you have never used a workflow builder like this before. But after all, it is very simple. So I'm just describing an influencer, I'm creating an image of it, then I'm dragging and dropping a product image into the view, and I'm telling the AI to make the influencer hold the product. Then I'm generating a script that I want this influencer to say in one of these videos, and then I will get beautiful results like this back. This is actually so powerful because now if you are using workflows like this, all you need to do is just go over here to change the input. So for example, instead of saying 23-year-old, we could do 43-year-old. And now we can run this entire workflow and we'll get entirely different results without having to rethink or rewire anything. We don't have to open other windows, other subscriptions or anything. And also, since we're talking about this platform where you have access to all these different video and image generator models, for example, here, we're creating the image with one model, then we're editing the image with another, and then we're using 3 different AI video generator models to turn this image into a video. And also we're using basically ChatGPT and Gemini to create these prompts. So we would need 6 subscriptions to pull this simple workflow together if we were not using Freepik Spaces. And the only 2 problems I have is that the pricing can be pretty high if you're using the best models and if you want to get the best results. So there's just no way around it right now. And this doesn't just apply to Freepik Spaces, but this is a general issue. So no matter what kind of videos you create, it will be expensive no matter which platform you're using. But then another issue that Freepik has, and that is considering more advanced use cases, is that you have quite a limited set of nodes over here. As you can see, it is barely 25 node types, and you're basically going to use these 6 like 95% of the time. So yes, I would say that you will definitely get things done here, and most of the times you will never notice that there's something missing. But for example, if you use a competing tool like Weavy AI, you will actually find that Weavy AI offers so many more different types of nodes for basically any type of a use case you ever might imagine. So just an example, here in Weavy AI, I have built this workflow where I'm able to rotate this glass very nicely, and then I'll be able to produce an image where this glass is rotated in this exact angle that I decide here in the 3D node. And something like this is not possible in Freepik Spaces because there are no 3D nodes available right now. So there are definitely some use cases that you cannot do in Freepik Spaces that you could do elsewhere, for example, in Weavy AI. But now let us tie it all together. So I absolutely love Freepik Spaces because it allows you to do so many things in just one simple workflow, and you can even invite your entire team in, and you can do this robust content systems to produce content at scale, and you don't need to rethink or reimagine things. You don't need to use different subscriptions or different chats and pray for consistency and hope for on-brand results. What you can do is just open up a canvas, drag and drop a couple of nodes in, or use a ready-made template like this, and you'll get fantastic results. For example, like this, where I turned my shoe into this kind of a 3D 360 animation. If you're just using AI to create an image or 2, for example, for a background of your computer or a postcard or whatever it is, if you're playing a prank, then definitely stick with platforms like OpenArt or even use ChatGPT to create those images. But if you're serious about it, if you actually want to create ads, for example, UGC style ads, video ads, creatives for Facebook or Instagram, or if you want to create any other types of content at scale, such as cartoon videos, animations, anything like that, I highly recommend choosing Freepik Spaces because this one takes 15 minutes longer to learn, but it is going to save you so freaking much time in the long run, and you will be able to get much more robust and much more scalable results. And also the accuracy and consistency is incredible when you put it all in this one workflow instead of having to work in 10 different windows and subscriptions. And that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and make sure to check the links in the description because I have left some of my favorite templates over there, so you can just clone those and start to use or mess around with those as you like. But now, see you in the next one.